All right, guys, this is another CLNS Media Patriots Roundtable. I'm your host, Nick Qualia, sitting here with Marv Zahn and Alex Barth tonight. All right, guys, Kansas City, we talked about the Chiefs last week, but we have to talk about them again. They lost again. Last week, they lose to the Colts by a score of 19-13. This week, they get handled by the Texans 31-24. Both games, mind you, at Arrowhead Stadium. So now that the Chiefs have dropped 2 games in a row, and remember, it's the start of the season, as we got deeper into the season, it was the Patriots and the Chiefs that don't even play the season. These guys are going to be in the AFC Championship game. It doesn't even matter. Now we're sitting here after 2 losses where Patrick Mahomes is hurt. Yeah, he's hobbling around on an ankle, but they're getting exposed, especially on the defense. Guys, the question is Kansas City even the biggest contender now to reach the AFC Championship game in the AFC other than the Patriots? Alex, what do you think? We'll start with you.
Let me take that to another level. The Kansas City Chiefs are a good football team. Are they? They have a good quarterback.
Jesus.
They have a good wide receiver.
Did these guys suck?
No, I'm serious. I am serious right now. They're not a bad football team, but are they a good football team? They have Patrick Mahomes, outstanding talent. Tyreek Hill, total game beater, one of the best wide receivers in the league.
That catch he had this weekend was insane.
What exactly do they have going for them beyond that? And I left Travis Kelce off that list on purpose. He did not look good in that game against Houston at all. Yeah. He really didn't. And besides that, they really don't have much more talent. They have the corpse of LaShawn McCoy. Sammy Watkins is all right, but he's their number 2 receiver right now. Their offensive line's a mess. Their defense is a mess. And that's just what you have. You have a team with 2 supremely talented players that's struggling. And the other thing that happens, you look at teams' winning percentages before and after they play the Patriots. Teams are almost 100 points worse for the rest of that season after they play the Patriots than before when they lose that game to the Patriots. The Patriots don't just beat you. They put your weaknesses on tape and they show how to exploit them. Detroit almost beat the Chiefs using the Patriots game plan. The Colts beat the Chiefs using very similar to the Patriots game plan. Houston sort of did as well. Not trying to sack Mahomes, just keeping him in the pocket, taking away Tyreek Hill, and forcing him to be a multi-read, sit-and-throw quarterback, which he cannot do. He can do it, but he's not great at it. So when you put all that in context, the offensive line's a mess. The defense might be the worst in football. I have them outside of my top 3 in the AFC right now. I still think the Buffalo Bills are the second best team in the AFC. In terms of what we've seen. In terms of what we have seen, right? If I'm doing like college rankings, right? You look at their only losses to the Patriots. They've taken care handily of everybody they should have taken care of. To me, I'm looking at the Patriots, the Bills, the Texans, and then if you want to put the Colts 4th, I'm between the Chiefs 4th. I'm between the Chiefs, Colts, and Ravens for that 4th spot. But to me, the Patriots are a clear number 1. The Bills and Texans are kind of in the number 2 spot. And then it's open season. I really think the Chiefs have fallen back to the pack. I think that, every team in the AFC, including the Patriots, has a fatal flaw. The Chiefs have multiple. They have flaws that are hard to contain, right? The Patriots' fatal flaw is their offensive line. And that's fine, but they happen to have the best defense in the league. The Chiefs' offensive line might be worse than the Patriots. It's certainly more crucial to what they do, and they're struggling. But they have the opposite of the Patriots' defense on the other side of that. So, again, I know I kind of rambled here and went on a rant, but I'm serious. I'm willing to put my name to this. The Kansas City Chiefs, through 6 weeks of the season, are not one of the top 3 teams in the AFC. And that division's crap, and they'll win the division. They'll make the playoffs. I wish the Chargers were competitive so I could come on here and say the Chiefs will miss the playoffs. But the Chargers showed me nothing Sunday night. But the Chiefs are they're not a great football team. They're not a great football team. They are maybe good. They have 2 great players and then some guys. That's their roster. 2 great players and some guys.
Well, to piggyback off of what you said, with the way that the Chiefs play, their offense when they're on and when they're going, they are great. They have the potential to be great, but like you said, that offensive line is absolutely
need that offensive line. For Patrick Mahomes
to
do all his whoop-de-doo, ritzy, fancy, look at me, running around, no look, behind the back, bull crap. He needs that offensive line. Just because you're a quarterback who gets outside the pocket doesn't mean you don't need blocking. In some cases, you need better blocking because you have to be able to roll away. You might be rolling into the blitz. You have to roll towards away certain rushers. You need a good offensive line if you're the Chiefs for Patrick Mahomes to do what he does. And the Chiefs' offensive line right now is an absolute sieve. And I will use that term again. Fatal flaw. That is what that offensive line is. It is a fatal flaw for the 2019 Kansas City Chiefs.
Well, when you talk about detriments with a team, something that you're going to need if you're going to be successful is something to mask that detriment. And like you said, the offensive line, crap for Kansas City. But then on the opposite side of the ball, the defense sucks. The defense is putrid. Marv, though, before we jump over to you, guys, today's episode of the Patriots Roundtable, it's brought to you by CBS Sports HQ, baby. The brand new streaming sports news network. No logins or signups required. Just download the CBS Sports app and watch CBS Sports HQ today. As soon as you are done watching this video, go and watch it right now. Do it today. All right, Marv, what do you think? I mean, the Chiefs, according to Alex, the Chiefs, they stink. These guys stink at football. What do you think? Are they contenders for the AFC Championship?
Hey, 51 of the 53 stink at football.
That's true. That's something very important here.
53 stink.
Okay, you're talking about the roster. I'm talking the AFC in general. It's not a good conference. The AFC stinks overall. Marv, what do you think?
Look, I said it last week, and I'll say it again. I had Texans over Kansas City to begin with. Texans are a better football team than the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, you said that last week.
And we got to see it on display. You know, Kansas City is a team, they start off real hot, they get going, and sometimes their momentum is so big that teams can't catch up. Their defense last year was bad. This year is hot garbage. It's really bad. To the point that they're trying to get Ramsey. They think that Ramsey's gonna come in and be their savior. And even if you add Ramsey in, not a damn thing is going to happen at all. Now, I'm not gonna overreact. I know they lost 2 games in a row. I'm not gonna say they suck. I'm not gonna say they're better than the Bills. Bills are a good defensive team. They've been all right. And they've, like Alex said, they beat who they needed to beat. And obviously they weren't able to beat the Patriots. But I don't trust Josh Allen. His only weapon outside is John Brown. And the running backs don't scare me. I know Frank Gore's playing all right, but the running back core does not scare me at all. So I still have Kansas City better than the Buffalo Bills. But that just shows you how bad this AFC is. All the contenders from last year are nowhere to be found. Chargers, they might not make the playoffs.
How do you lose to a guy named Duck at home?
Yeah, they legit just gave the ball to James Conner, which your game plan should have just been, let's just focus on Conner, and they couldn't stop that.
Put 8 in the box every time. They didn't do it. They got Bose on one side, Gordon on the other, Ingram on the other. Sorry, how hard is that?
Yes, they should have easily smacked the Pittsburgh Steelers, but the opposite happened. So I'm with you, man. The AFC is hot garbage. There's not really much out there. Ravens are not who we really thought they were. Everyone thinks Ravens have a great defense. That is not true.
It's not
at
the case.
all.
Let's also not forget Lamar Jackson has totally come back down to earth.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson, super talented. You know, I have high hopes for him, but he's not there yet. You know, when you face the Dolphins, Alex, you and me are going to throw for 400 yards.
Right. Who did he beat up on in those first couple weeks? The Dolphins. Oh, the vaunted Cardinals defense. I keep hearing, he threw for 300 yards on the Cardinals. Well, let's start sizing him for that jacket already. He's struggled against elite competition. The Patriots are the elite of the elite. I'm not putting the Ravens in that category either as a threat.
Yeah. So AFC, for me, I had the Texans. You know, we know the history between Patriots and Texans. So there's really no comp in the AFC whatsoever. Let's see how the Colts do. With their defense is pretty solid. I like Jacoby over there, but there's no contenders right now to the AFC. It's the Patriots to be won, and they can only beat themselves.
We've been robbed of it so many times, and we should have had it. Brady, Breeze, Super Bowl. This has to be the year. This might be the last chance. We should have gotten it last year. We should have gotten it 3 years ago. We are due. Brady, Breeze. If it's not this year, I'll tell you what, it's never going to happen.
Hey, we could be on pace for the Hanson Bowl. I mean, shout out Red on Twitter. Jimmy Garoppolo versus Tom Brady, the Hanson Bowl.
That's a storyline that people want. They want the Patriots.
Oh yeah.
Patriots against the Colts in the AFC Championship, and then Patriots versus 49ers for the Super Bowl.
Look, Patrick Mahomes, if he can get healthy, the Chiefs are going to benefit from how bad the AFC is. The Texans,
be fine. I think the Chiefs will be fine.
Yeah, if Will Fuller could catch the ball, the Texans would have absolutely blown out the Chiefs. But The Texans, I don't trust in the playoffs. They're choke artists. That's what they are. That's what they always have been. Once the lights get bright, Bill O'Brien, he disappears. He absolutely disappears. I do not trust these guys in the playoffs. The only thing that is going to help the Chiefs, again, is just the hot garbage that the AFC is. I'm not going to trust the Bills. If the Bills keep playing like they have been playing, then sure, maybe I'll start to buy in. But I'm not buying in on those guys yet. Like Jacoby Brissett, love him, the Wolf Pack, the whole nine. But I don't trust the Colts. I don't trust Jacoby Brissett to lead that team to the AFC Championship game. It's in the Ravens. We just talked about the Ravens. The Ravens defense, very overrated. Lamar Jackson coming back down to earth. If the Chiefs offense can manage to just start putting up big points, and if Patrick Mahomes can get healthy, then I still think they're the most viable option to get to the AFC Championship game. Now, can they beat the Patriots? No, because the blueprint's there. Like you said, last year, the AFC Championship game, the Patriots laid out the blueprint. Just run at these guys.
Not only is the blueprint there, the blueprint's there. The Patriots' defense is better. The Chiefs' offense is worse.
Yes. And that's a point that I made last week. The Patriots' defense became much better from what it was last year, or at least significantly better. They were good last year. I think they're great this year. And the Chiefs' offense has just regressed very bad.
Something we don't talk about a lot is, yes, Damian Williams was all right, serviceable last year. Alex brought up LaShawn McCoy, who, he's been playing okay for, obviously, Andy Reid. Kareem Hunt not being on that field was a big loss for that offense. That's when Patrick Mahomes was at his best, when he was throwing to Kareem Hunt and he was out there juking, and he was a big key for that offense. It was Tyreek Hill, Kareem Hunt, and Patrick Mahomes.
All right, guys. I mean, hell, that was another CLNS Media Patriots Roundtable. Alex, thank you for coming on the show. Me, Nick Quaglia, Marv Zahn, and Alex Barth. I'm sure this team's going to be back together at some point throughout the year once we need people to come back on the show. Guys, catch Marv and Mike after every single Patriots game for the CLNS Media Patriots post-game show. And then you can catch Alex on Twitter. You can catch Alex on the field with Sierra, Evan, and Trags covering the game at Gillette Stadium. Again, Nick Quaglia, Marv Zahn, and Alex Barth. Guys, we will be back next week. Thanks for watching.